of it if you're in the RV with Julie all the time,
or Johnny all the time.
You might get a little stir crazy. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Julie, and we are the Parsons passing through. Today we are going to have a little bit of coffee talk time. We hadn't just sat and talked in a while, so
coffee talk time.
We decided to just kind of, his is all gone, because we actually did our Wednesday word this morning, so we've been at it for a while. But he's having his water time. Yep. So, but no, we wanted to get on here and just kind of go over what's been going on. And you know, we were thinking about it, and we have been in full-time in our RV for 32 months. 32 months. That's a long time to be in an RV full-time. And so we kind of want to talk about how we have survived, some things that have helped us to survive being in an RV full-time for 32 months. And then also we want to kind of talk to you guys about, we never have really addressed Nathan. You know, it was the 4 of us and now it's the 3 of us. So Nathan, our son, has recently, about 4 months ago, he came off the road. And so basically he realized pretty soon in it that RVing full-time wasn't for him. And so RVing full-time isn't for everybody. I mean, it takes a special grace, and it takes just a special personality to be able to do this full-time, especially getting along with everybody. It's not that we didn't get along, it's that he just likes the comforts of home. And sometimes when you're in an RV, you're traveling like we do, especially we do it, you know, for ministry reasons. Sometimes you have to go without electricity. Sometimes you have to go without air condition. And so he had a very hard time with that. And like I said, it's just not for everybody. Okay, so we were saying it takes a special type of person. So the number one thing that I think with this is you have to be able to easily adapt to any circumstance that comes your way.
Amen.
So some days,
for that.
Yeah. So some days, right?
Right.
Some days you could, you know, have an awesome day, be in full hookups, everything's fine, and then the next day you could be dealing with, you know, an air condition breaking down, or not being able to get into a campground and having to boondock. So you have to be able to easily adapt to whatever situation, you know, comes up. And so some people, they kind of like things to stay steady. And so Nathan kind of liked things to stay steady. And so if you like, you know, for things to remain the same and you don't like change, RVing probably is not for you.
Another thing that you gotta like to do if you're gonna travel full-time is travel. Be in different areas, different times. You gotta like to be in different places, sleep in different places, see different places every day, and that can be fun. It's fun for me, especially I think what we do for a living is fun for me, and it's exciting to see the different areas that we can bring our music to. That's what I get out of it. What do you get out of it?
Well, yeah, and you can you get to do adventures. You know, we of course we're in ministry and we do music, but we get those days where they're down days and we can go and explore and, you know, see things that you wouldn't normally get to see if you're staying in a sticks and bricks. So yeah, but you've also got to have the grace to do that. You've got to love traveling. Some people don't like to travel. Some people just like to hurry up and get to the destination. See, part of this is traveling, is getting down the road, and so you've got to actually enjoy the journey on the way to where you're going. And so sometimes that's hard for some people. And so if you don't enjoy the journey on the way to where you're going, you're the type of person that wants to just get there, maybe you should just get on an airplane and get there. Because part of this is a lot of hours and hours and hours of riding and driving and getting to the places where you've got to go. And that all goes with style too, because some people, you know, they go and they might travel 2 hours and stay there a month, and then travel another 2 hours and stay there a month. That would be a little easier, but the way we're doing it, you know, you're going hours and hours and hours, and you're staying there for, you know, a few days, and then you're going hours and hours and hours and staying there a few days. That's the way it's ended up being for us. That's not the way I originally saw it happening, but that's just the way that it's landed. So you've got to love to travel. If you don't love the journey, then it might be a little hard for you to full-time RV.
Yeah. Another thing is love the outdoors. You've got to like being outside, like camping out. Camping is a big part of it. If you're in the RV with Julie all the time,
or Johnny all the time,
you might get a little stir crazy with washing the dishes, or just having to deal with each other's attitudes. Because if you get in an enclosed space like an RV, and say it, because we've dealt with this some, because when it rains, you know, for days it's hard to get outdoors, and so you're gonna get cabin fever. You're gonna start getting on each other's nerves more than you usually would. So you need to be able to escape. In a house, sticks and bricks house, you can go to another room, you know. But in an RV, you're all right there together, and it's a little harder sometimes to steal away to another room. So, too, you're gonna have to love the outdoors enough that when you can get out, that you get out. Yep. And you enjoy nature, enjoy the outdoors. You got to be able to throw that on and out and let that become your living room for a while.
Yeah, sometimes it's sometimes, or the doghouse, I guess. But yeah, we've dealt with the cabin fever thing, and you know that goes along with, you've also got to have forgiveness and grace and love.
Oh, amen.
If you had a hard time getting along in the sticks and bricks house, you're gonna have it's gonna be magnified.
Yeah.
How hard a time you're gonna have getting along in an RV full time with your spouse or kids. So work on, before you think about getting in an RV full time. You know, we're saying love the outdoors, but another thing is work on loving each other and being able to get along with each other.
And that's the key. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
You gotta love who you're with. If you don't, then it won't work out.
Right.
Unless you're by yourself and you're just, you know, don't have to deal with anybody. Yeah.
So yeah, like we said, it's not for everybody, but it is for some people. And so if you're able to adapt easy, if you love the outdoors, you love to travel, and you can love the people you're with, then yes, I believe that it could be for you. So, but of course, we've got to be led by the Lord, and it's all in His timing, and that's the way we feel about it. It's all in His timing, and yeah. So the last thing we want to kind of talk about is that you need to be able to be okay with the unexpected, which really wraps things up, and it kind of goes back to all the rest are wrapped up in that. You know, you got to expect those rainy days, and know that, you know, you're gonna be indoors, and you got to love each other. You've got to expect, be okay with the unexpected breakdown that might happen, and you end up being without air condition.
Yeah. Breakdown is the biggest thing for me. That's the biggest issue that I've had a problem with, is never knowing when you know, a tire might blow out or something might happen, but those things do happen.
And really, that boils down to being prepared. So one of the best things you can be if you want a full-time RV, if you're thinking about doing this lifestyle, is being prepared. Have you a nest egg? Have you an emergency fund? Have the resources that you need to fall back on if the unexpected comes. And so that's really what it all boils down to, is being okay with the unexpected by being prepared. So so yeah, this lifestyle is really not for the person who's unprepared, which we sort of went into this a little unprepared. But the reason we went into this is different than a lot of people. We went into this as a ministry, and we're trusting the Lord every day. So He is the one that we fall back on.
Some of you might call us Jesus freaks. We love Jesus.
Yeah, we sure do. We sure do love Him. So so yeah, RVing is not for everybody full time, but we believe that anybody could do it if they're prepared and they're able to easily adapt to the unexpected and love travel and love the outdoors. So that's what it boils down to. We've been doing it for 32 months now, guys. 32 months. And Nathan, of course, Nathan came off the road. He's not really meant for it. He really likes stability. He likes constant. He likes being in one place all the time. I don't. I like traveling. I like seeing different. I like waking up in my backyard is something totally different. And so I enjoy that.
Hey y'all, I'm still breathing.
So there's still hope. And if you're still breathing,
there is still hope.
There's still hope. Don't give up.
Don't
Dream
ever
with
do
God.
that.
Dream, dream. Dream big.